Hey everybody, James here from the clinical staff at Camella Orthodontics. I want to welcome you on behalf of the rest of the Camella Ortho team. We're excited to make this process an easy one and a fun one, and most of all a healthy one too. And I just want to go over some of the things to expect when you're in your braces. I have here a model of some teeth, what your teeth will look like with the clear braces on them. And what you'll expect when you get these on is that some food and plaque can stick around these braces a bit more than when you didn't have braces on. And so what happens when plaque and food sit against our teeth is that some minerals get pulled out of them and can cause some scarring over time. And the same thing with our gums can cause some inflammation and some puffiness, and it's just not very comfortable for you when we work on you when you come in for your visits. So in order to prevent that from happening, what I'll do is show you some of the tools that we give you in your start kit. And I'll first start with some brushing. So we'll give you a toothbrush. A manual one will work. If you prefer to use a power toothbrush, that's fine. Just be very thorough about your technique. You want to get up underneath the brackets as best you can and up around your gum tissue as best you can. Just be careful not to push too hard. You can cause some tissue damage or knock off a bracket if you're pushing too hard. So just be very thorough, 2 minutes every time, and we recommend 3 times a day. As far as flossing goes, it's not going to be as easy as when you didn't have your braces on because your wire will stop you from getting to your gums. So what you'll use is either a floss threader, which looks like this. It's a little loop with a hard end to it. And what you want to do is get it up underneath your wire, pull one side through. You're going to want to hold on to one side of your floss and pull the other side through. And now you're underneath your wire. You're going to want to pull it all the way down to your gums a few times, pull it back out, and you'll need to re-thread that every single time. What's nice about a floss fish, what we'll give you, is that you don't have to re-thread it every time. You're going to get about half your floss through, and this one will fit in between your teeth and your wire. You're going to put one finger on the back of the teeth and just go through each interproximal area just to take anything out that could be sitting in between the teeth. For anything that could be bothering you, as far as feeling different or loose, you can always take a look with the mouth mirror that I'll give you at home. You can take a look the best you can at home. But if anything comes undone, I'll just remind you that if you have a bracket that came off, just be sure to save it. We can always clean it and put it back on at your regular visit without having to replace it. And anything that could feel uncomfortable, just be sure to call. We'll get you in and try and make you comfortable as soon as possible. If you're unable to get in very soon, you could always use some wax at home. We'll give you some strips of silicone wax. Just use as much as you need. Put it over the sharp area that's bothering you, and it will smooth it right over so it's not pushing up against your cheek or anything. But if some sores do develop, you're welcome to use either a topical relief gel or a rinse, and this will help just relieve any areas that could be sore. For anything that is stuck underneath the wire, you could always use a interproximal brush. It's nice to get up in the back, up and down a few times up in between the wire, and the same thing can be true for the portable one. This is nice to keep with you at your, in your backpack, your locker at school. You can always go up underneath the wire, rinse it off with some water, and put the cap back on it. It's all reusable, and it's easy to travel with. So all this stuff that I went over here is on the printed sheet that I included in your start bag. And we also always have our website updated, so you would want to go to the About Orthodontics section, and it has some patient care videos and some nice information on there for instructions on how to use this stuff. And always feel free to ask a clinical assistant when you come in. We'd be more than happy to help you. And we're excited to get through this journey with you, and we hope that you found this information and video helpful.